Hey, yeah.
You so irritating. Hey,
Welcome
yeah.
back. Thanks for showing up to another episode of Boy See Where Becky. You gotta say, I'm giving y'all all the emotions of mental health in one. Be happy, sad, mellow, all in one.
Okay. Okay. Cause
Whew.
I gotta take one deep breath.
Okay, let's. Okay, that's how we gonna start that off. Matter of fact,
Oh shit. Hold on. Since we doing that, like we got the same cup. I stole this cup from somebody.
I don't know who cut this was. Somebody left, probably left it here. I don't know. I cleaned it
So
out
I
and
stole this cup from a party that Derek and I went to. Somebody, I went to somewhere with somebody and I liked the cup, so I stole it. I know I stole it because there's numbers on it, and they ain't my numbers.
name my numbers. Oh, is y'all ready to dive into this? Well, first of all, how was your week?
My week was good. And Eliza's birthday was yesterday. She had a good time. And yesterday while we was at work and training, everybody was talking about what they're grateful for and things like that. And it really just set the tone for that day. Like I wasn't having a good day nor a bad day. I was just having a day because it was Eliza's birthday. But to hear what everybody was saying they were grateful for and things like that, you just never know what people are going through in life. And it just ooh, I got
Man,
teary eyed. Listen to some of the people's stories, what why they grateful and what they grateful for. And I'm just over here like, one of my coworkers, she's like, I'm in the hospital right now and my son has sickle cell and he's been sick for 2 or 3 days. And I've been here also at work. Like, girl, and she was crying. I was like, oh my,
wow.
like she was just like, she had to mute herself and she was just talking about how she was grateful for her mom and how her mom was like on the verge of quitting her job so she can help her, full time with the baby and stuff. And it was
Oh,
just so
wow.
crazy. Like, the little things that we take for granted is something that people, it's just crazy thing that we take for granted. People don't. Like I was just so grateful
Hmm.
to, I was just grateful. That's all I was. I said my piece, but hearing other I was like, okay, I
I
ain't think
would
I
have
was
been
gonna
like,
like you, but I
okay,
like you.
can we just go ahead and take us a little break? That's what I would have been like. Ooh, not about
Other than that, how was
time.
your week?
My week, it was so crazy. My week started off great because I was at work and I wasn't doing nothing. I had a great week. I was bossing people around. I was loving it. I I was holding human resources meetings.
Okay, girl.
I was I was getting people
Come here.
prepared for the HR meetings.
Oh, I'm thinking you finna walk them down the green man. You gotta go.
No, no,
You
I
gotta
didn't
lay
have to
low.
do all that. Okay. Yeah, my week ended on a low note, but it's well after tonight I'll see how low it ends.
Interesting before we start. Interesting that I found on Facebook. Like I've been found it, but I just refound it. It's this thing that's called Reddit. You know that the forum where you can post and people be
Hmm.
saying all type of crazy shit. This man made a video. He made a page of all of the people posting on there, like the wildest shit they be saying. When I tell you, I heard some of the wildest things. Some of the
I was just gonna say, was we on there? Did you see us on there? Let me put my phone. I put my phone on do not disturb. Did you see us on there? We had said, we done said a couple of things. Huh? Oh, she'll be back. But anyway, y'all, if y'all could see tonight's topic, we want to touch on mental health because this week just been it's been one of those weeks where like I've been talking to different friends and family members and just different people, even people at work and stuff, and you just really never ever know what people be going through and what be going on in their mental. Like I really felt like we needed to talk about this and just uplift each other because I was reading up on mental health, and I did a episode on mental health before, but it was just saying how a great way, one of I'm sorry, one of a good way for people to deal with their mental health is knowing that somebody else is going through something similar to you, and like creating a support group and all of that. So, I just wanted to touch on this topic because it don't be talked about enough. I just really wish people would be a little bit more open with some of the stuff that they're going through so that way they can get help sooner rather than later before it's too late. Because a lot of people be going through a lot of stuff, and sometimes we don't think that certain things be heavy on our end, but it be heavier for the next person. It be heavier
It,
on the next person.
my bad. Eliza talked about
Girl,
her eyes burning, and I think she
mine
got a
too.
star on her eye.
Oh, ain't
I
nothing
don't
you
know
can
if
do
it's,
about that. It's just gonna have to go away on its own.
and she told me it hurt, and I'm just like, well, we ain't going swimming tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, we going, but she was like, but what were you saying? Because the phone had cut off.
Oh, I was just saying that we didn't touched on this topic before, but because it just been so much going on, of course, with the situation that happened with my homie, with him, dealing with everything he was going through and ended up committing suicide. I was just saying that it'd be good, like we need to start opening up more versus us holding all this stuff in, because a way to cope with mental health is to have a support group and knowing that you're not alone in the situation, that it's somebody else going through whatever it is that you're going through.
And not to feel ashamed of what you're going through, because we all go through life. Baby, I'm going
Yeah,
through life. Girl, life is so hard. I can't even spell life.
man, that status that be on Facebook that be like life is life and but God be God. Like he be coming in right in the clutch, and you be like,
I don't know how I feel
where
about
you,
that. I don't know how I
Jesus,
feel
where
about
you were
that.
about 5 minutes ago?
Cause,
I
cause
mean,
5 minutes ago
I'm
I almost
grateful that
had.
you showed
I,
up when you showed up.
5 minutes ago I almost was a goner. Now you playing with time, but he is on time.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
ain't gonna come when
waymaker.
you want it, but ugh,
They say he a waymaker.
well, he's him.
I ate it. I ate it.
Mm.
Well, we gonna freeze pop and you drinking?
Yeah,
Damn.
cause he opened it and it was wasting, so he left it
Mm.
right now. So I'm just gonna eat it. But on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you mentally?
What's negative and what's positive? Closer you get is negative.
Yeah.
I would say I'm like at a 6, but I'm at a 6, and I can admit to this and be, an adult, take accountability. I'm at a 6 for my own choices and decisions that I have made to give me that led me into why I'm feeling stressed out now. So I can't be mad at no one but myself. And that was a hard pill to swallow when I sat down and I said, you know what? You stressed because you put yourself in this situation. Now you need to figure out how you're gonna get yourself out of it. I'm sure enough I can ask for help, but me being who I am, I'm gonna figure it out until I feel like I can't do it. Until I feel like I can't do it, then I'll go
By
ask for help.
yourself. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try myself because I don't want to always have to lean on someone. I want to be an adult and stand on my own 2 feet and, take care of business on my own. Because if I was taking care of business, I wouldn't be in the situation that I am in. Well, I wouldn't have the thoughts
Hmm.
that I'm having if I stood on business and made certain things a priority and not, not acting like, oh, I can do it this day, I can do it that day, or I can spend it this day. I'm gonna get that spending and get it right back. Shit is in me real bad. I'm trying to get it
Girl,
out of me. So I'm gonna
we
spend that
had.
shit. I'm gonna get it right back. But like playing in my ass and not being an adult and standing on some of my priorities that I should have stood in, made now it's coming back and it's biting me in my ass and mentally it's fucking with me. So yeah, I'm handling the situation. I'm just keep on moving forward.
That's all we can do.
That's definitely like all we can do. And sometimes mentally I be exhausted because it be like so much going on in the world and so much going on in your life, and you know how you just want to be there for people, but I'm getting so exhausted being there for people and hearing other people shit that I don't want to hear it. Not because I don't care. Those are not mangoes. Those are
I was
cantaloupes.
I was telling somebody, matter of fact, it was Megan. I was talking to Megan, and I was telling her that's the reason why I had to fall back from certain people, because I'm like, I realize that I be pouring a lot into other people, and then when I be looking to have my cup out, don't nobody be there. I'm like, can
Man,
I have some porch,
I'm
please?
ready to take. I'm ready to take. I took my cape off. I took it off. I took it off. I can't save you. I can't help you. Bitch, put your cape on and save me. I just can't no more.
Okay.
I don't. I can't. What is this? I no longer have the capability to give more than what I'm receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's in
That's
any
it.
aspects of my life, it doesn't just go for my personal life. This go for anything in my life. I'm just. I'm feeling the. I'm feeling the. Like I need my circle smaller than what it is. And I mean it on every level. And I don't care how nobody
I
take
need
it.
a dot. Some
I need a
it don't
God.
it don't I feel like that's why you gotta have a certain group of friends, that core group of
I don't.
friends
I
that
don't want them
when
friends.
you
I
fall
want
off
three
the no,
friends.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying like certain friends that when you fall off the face of the earth, they ain't looking at you sideways upside your head like, where she been at? Like they allow you to
Right?
have your space, and they don't be like,
Feeling that
you
type of
come when
way.
you come back and everything be everything. It be like you never left.
It's called
They be having that
they be too much
understanding.
entitlement. Too much entitlement to people's lives. And I don't understand that. Like people have the right to disappear without no explanation. I don't have to explain to you why I'm leaving. But to the people that mean the most to me, I will explain to them why I'm doing what I'm doing so they don't be concerned instead of calling me and fucking up my peace. The people
Right.
that don't that is not,
You know what,
important to
though?
me, I don't have to explain nothing to you.
That might be my problem because I don't even feel like the people that be close to me need an explanation. I be like, eh?
No,
I don't care about
I
none of
thought
that.
about it because I want to, I want to turn my phone off for a couple of days, but I don't need my friends or my family calling me. They can't get in touch with me. They wonder what's because, girl, my mama come out here. She'll call y'all. What's going on, with my daughter? What's wrong with my sister? Like I don't need that. I would, I would just let people know ahead of time. I won't be available for 72 hours. Don't call my phone. I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay.
When I turn it back
Yeah,
on,
sometimes you just need a mental breakaway from everything. Like, ooh, because on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it varies from day to day for me. But
hmm
most days I be like around a 7-ish, and then other days I be on a solid 4, solid 3.5 to a 4, and I be ready to just reach out and touch, touch. Ooh, cause I don't be understanding. Like I really think that I hate that older people nowadays don't understand. Like because mental health is now being talked about more than it was back then, and now we talking about it, and they weren't talking about it, so they don't understand it, and they're not really trying to understand it. So it's like, dang, I'm trying to figure out who can I talk to. I mean, I know I got people I can talk to, but
Older
dang,
people, like
the
sometimes like that.
the person that you need to understand, you can't even
The
go
one that
to
you
them
need,
to.
I need you to understand, but they just don't get it. I feel like now and then it's no different. The only difference is I can't leave my kids with my grandma for 2 months and say I can't, because
Okay,
that was their resolution
they had the
and
village.
solution. They had the village. You was able to, leave your kids with your grandma, with their grandma, or whoever you may have trusted with, with your
For a
kids for
whole
extended.
summer.
You feel that was they just never said that I need, the kids to stay with you for this. They just did what they did and left. And the parents, grandparents may have said something, may have not. But and within them months, some people got their shit together and said, I'm ready for my kids to come home. Some people didn't. But now it's like I don't have that luxury. I can't leave my kids with my mom. But my mama will have a fucking heart attack.
Okay,
Not girl, my
facts,
grandma would tell my ass, I'm too motherfucking old and I will fuck one of your kids up.
girl.
I can't leave my kids with my sister. Hell, I can't leave my kids with nobody.
Okay, so you gotta suffer in silence and
I
just
gotta suffer in
know
silence
what
and
you have to
smile.
thug that shit out. Okay, because people be like, you just so happy, you just so bubbly. I be walking around
No.
smiling, cheating, and everything. Inside, I be in shambles.
And because because I feel like this, if I tell you my issue, what's that gonna do for me? Nothing. I just sit here and explain to you what the fuck I'm going through. Now I feel even worse because now I'm reliving the fucking issue. I don't want to talk about it. Not with you, because you don't have a solution to my problem. I have to figure this out. It ain't always I
Sometimes it
have to
don't
figure
even
it
be a
out.
solution. You just
I just don't want to
sometimes you
talk
just be
about it.
wanting to vent.
I don't want to vent to certain people because they just make me irritated even more. Cause they say ignorant
It
shit.
be the judgment for me.
That be like, because people look, I swear to God, like, I hate that people label me as a strong woman. That's the worst label you can put on me.
Girl, take it
That's
off.
a label I want you to, I mean, girl, it's like it's
Take
tattooed
it
on my
off.
forehead. I don't want to be a strong woman. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to be I don't want to be any of those things that make me feel like I'm doing the shit by myself. I don't want to be that. Especially a strong
Man,
black woman. I don't, bitch, I want to be not a strong black woman, because
lean
when you
on
label me with
me.
that, okay, because when you lean on me with that shit, now you feeling like I can take, every, like, bitch, I ain't Floyd Mayweather. I can't take those fucking punches, bitch. I'm going down like crazy right now.
Okay.
People just like you can withhold or withstand anything that come your way. I make it look easy, but this shit ain't fucking easy.
Okay, because I swear for God, I remember it like it was yesterday. And then I done got myself all mad. Just the thought of it right there gave me a headache right there. But I remember it like it was yesterday when my baby daddy told me you wanted to be a single mama. I look at the phone. Who wants to be a single parent? What do you mean?
Nobody. A crazy
You're
person.
here. Why would I want to be a single parent? Cause you see me doing what I'm supposed to do, and I don't ask you for nothing. I'm not gonna come and beg you for nothing because I feel like as a parent you gonna do what you got to do anyway, and you gonna make it hard on me because I'm gonna pull my weight. That's it'd be so mind blowing. My head just started hurting just the thought of thinking about that all over again. But people don't be understanding like the mental illness, the mental health that they be placing on you. People put their own issues off on you, and unbeknowingly, they don't even be knowing it, but they'll put their own mental health issues right on off on you. Like you got to be a sick individual to tell somebody some mess like that and think it's cool and think that they ain't what you go sit down.
I
I
feel
don't be
like most of
understanding
my
that.
struggles come from, or most of my worries and things like that come from me having kids and feeling like I am subjected to do certain things, like you said, on my own, when I know damn well, I know it was one person in that bedroom with me.
Okay. But you can't twist nobody arm into being no parent. No matter how nice we be to people, no matter how much we give them the benefit of the doubt, they still it's not gonna make them want to do what they supposed to do.
Hmm.
You could
But
draw a map.
I ain't finna let that shit. I'm not gonna let that shit deter me, no bother me, no. It stopped. Well, you know what? I was just finna lie to save face. It's never gonna stop bothering me, but I realize I can't control that, so I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna do and control what I can control, which is me and my motherfucking kids.
That's a hard thing to do when you're a parent. I realize that like certain things that be out of your control, they still have control over you. Certain things you can't change because I be really like in that Medea movie when he was like, "Yeah, trick." That's how I be wanting to be. I be wanting to be like, cause
Yes, choke their
how
hoe.
you please don't play with mine. Don't mind fuck my child. Don't do that.
Side note, I really believe I stole this cup from somewhere because it says 4C on the. Like, I don't know where it came from. I know I stole it. I borrowed it from somewhere. It was at a restaurant. Cause seriously, what I
Oh,
steal this
when we
from,
went to
Ken?
80 proof,
I thought they
cause
had.
we did take them cups.
Ooh, girl.
I ain't never even
Ooh,
gave me a cup either.
girl. Who? That was for Jasinia's birthday.
What?
Megan.
No, Megan.
Girl, when I tell you I had a time that night, I had went to go pick my kids up, and I laid across my grandma's bed, drunker than a skunk. I know I was drunk, Kim, because I walked in Walmart with heels on. I know I was drunk. I was strutting with my heels on, just clack, 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 like I was a motherfucking Mexican.
Baby, I sat in that car and them mosquitoes told me up.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. That was a time right there. Baby. I don't even. All I remember, I told my grandma, I said, "Grandma, I'll be back in a little while." I said, "Can they stay here? I'll be back." Maybe I ain't come back for the next one. She tell my ass, "What happens if you come back later?" I said, "Later had came and I was asleep." She was like, "Oh,
Oh,
that's cool. They
we.
was all right. Miss Hodges was all right with me that day, but I can't try that shit every day. It's like every 6 months I can do that.
You gotta give it some time.
I gotta get some change. Not right now. She kind of upset right now, but speaking about mental health and things like that, like like talking to like my mom and my grandma and stuff like that, like you really start to see your parents and your elders in a different light when they get to telling you about things that they going through or went through or what's bothering them and stuff like that. Like some stuff that my mom had told me, not mentally, but stuff that was just bothering her. Like it like really had bothered me, and I was really prepared to get into it with anybody.
You ready to tussle?
Even
Mm.
Megan just called me. I was really prepared to get into it with
Let me
anybody
tell
behind my mama.
girl, I swear, you know what's crazy? I swear, I remember it like it was. Yeah, it used to like people don't realize when they say certain things like this. I be so heated when people say certain things around my child, about me or to me, anything while my child in the vicinity because kids soak that up. Like people, when my mom used to be out there on drugs, when she had ended up getting back on drugs after her child got killed, got murdered. I understood why she was on drugs, but then people be around you talking crazy like, "Y'all mama on that stuff." Da, 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 da. I used to be
Okay. And
like,
your mama
I
so
used to be
pussy.
ready to go to war. Like, stop talking about my bro. I don't care.
My
She
grandma
was
used
a
to tell
good
us,
she
y'all
was a
want to go
good
back up y'all mama
crackhead.
ass. I like
She
them
was a good
functional
crack.
junkies.
My mama was a good crackhead.
Okay, girl, stop talking. No, stop talking about
she
Deborah. Like,
she
okay.
still made sure we had money to get to school. Made sure the food. My mom, hey, them
She took
functional
care of her
junkies.
responsibility in the midst of her dealing with her addiction.
Yes,
And most people
and
can't
stuff.
say that.
But it made me so mad because, especially when I get older and I look back on it, like instead of y'all getting a hold of her and like trying to help her out, y'all down on her that. Like that'll make you look at
Put his
people
shirt
now.
on.
That's why I be looking at
Put his
people
shirt
like,
on.
how can I come to you with my issues or whatever it is that I got going on when Y'all talk so bad about my mama being on drugs, and she had lost a kid.
I can't
Her
imagine
first,
losing a
you
kid.
losing
I
your
think I would.
first, losing a kid for the first time. Like we feel like as a parent, you
In
feel
the
like you
way that
supposed your
she
kids is
lost him
supposed to
was
bury
just
you. Exactly.
that was just on top of you losing your child. The vicious manner that he died in is enough. Like you think about, damn, did my child suffer? Did my child scream for me? Did my child wonder what the fuck? Like you, so many things could have possibly went through your mom's head at that moment, and whatever ease her pain, ease her pain. I can't judge. You can't judge her for
Right.
that.
But real people have
Baby,
so
I'd be a
much
crack,
shit to
baby. Look, I'd be
say.
smoking a pipe like losing Isaiah Mammy was. If anything happened to one of my,
Mm.
baby, you could just go on here.
Baby, you might as well scoop me on over. All I got is that one. Scoop me on over, cause I ain't got nothing else to live for.
Yeah, we gotta really check ourselves when we think we finna check somebody else about what the fuck they get. Before you think you checking somebody else, ask them, are they okay? You okay?
Exactly. Like I just feel like it ain't click for nobody that that situation was the cause of her going back down that route. It happened immediately after, not before, but after.
What was you saying? I didn't hear the last part.
No, I'm saying that like people didn't stop to think that that was the cause of it. Like it happened immediately after she lost her kid. What you think was going on? That's why I say
Shit,
like
definitely.
the older generation of our elders, they sweep that shit under the rug. They feel like because they didn't have the luxury of talking about it and being open with whatever it was that they was going through, that they carried that on with their kids and their kids' kids. Now we can't talk about it. Oh, it ain't that bad. I had it worse. Well, you had it worse and you ain't had nobody to talk to. I got it at whatever level it is that I got it at, and you should be somebody that I should be able to talk to.
Okay, because everybody had it worse in their eyes. You feel me? Like
Okay?
I'm trying to extend grace, and I'm realizing that I'm a well, what do you call those? I'm a person. I have a lot of empathy for people. So when they tell me their
An
problems,
empath.
I feel it. It's like I get in there with them. Like I'm in the mud with them while they telling me. Like I hate that about myself, and I love that about myself. But I really don't like it because I can empathize on another level with them. And sometimes I don't want to empathize with people because I be feeling like shit. That's what your ass get.
Okay.
Some shit like me, like my shit that
Yo,
I'm going through.
Cuddy.
Oh, Kita, how you doing, Bookie Boo? I ain't seen you in 42 summers.
In the month of summers.
Okay, I
Yeah,
ain't seen you. I just, I try to tell my kids, be kind to people because you don't know what people going through.
yeah.
How you been?
I love when you listen.
Ma, I been outside. How you been doing?
Megan, how was your week?
Oh, hmm,
Hmm?
hmm.
Let's,
Stressed out.
let's get
Shit.
into it.
These kids go back to school. These kids go back to school next week. They asking for this, that, and the other. Everybody got their face crown. They got to come up in their pocket like I ain't been coming out for 365 motherfucking days. And I don't
I
give a
know that's
fuck.
right.
As you should,
Yeah.
Nikita.
But other than that,
I'm bothered.
it's,
Megan, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you mentally?
hmm. On a good day, on a good day, on a probably just six. I just don't know if I'm going to come.
That's what I said. I said it'd be varying. It'd be day on a day-to-day basis. I'm probably like a strong 7, 8 on a good day. On any other day,
be
I'd be like a
depending.
3, maybe a 4. That ain't
You
7 ain't
talking about
bad
all
on
the
a good day.
days. Depending
Megan, what's
on
wrong
the
with your
day,
phone? Why
the
it sound
hour
like
to
that?
hour basis.
Megan, your phone hooked up to the car.
Cause please take it off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please, cause
that's
I
why it
hear
sound
every
like
other.
that. Oh,
Please,
that's
cause
why
I
it
hear.
sound like that. It sounds like you in Pound Town.
Okay,
It sounds Pound Town.
okay. On the good. On the good. If you don't pull your motherfucking pants off,
Oh, girl, I thought you was finna save me. I was finna. Girl, I know they was out there.
what
I
do
ain't
you
know they
think
was
we
out
can
there.
do? What do you think? What do you think helps you when you're feeling mentally drained? What's some of the things that you try
You,
to practice?
why I just knew you was finna ask one of my questions. It said, "How do you cope with your mental health?"
Okay. Well, well, you go first, and I'll go.
When I be, it depends on the situation, but most of the time, I always think about Chase, and I think about the fact that I've already lost a parent. I know how it feels not to have a parent. So when I'm going through those moments where I feel like I'll go run into a tree right now. I'll
Well,
go
don't just
run
think
my
about
car,
Chase, bitch. Think
run
about
into a
me. What the
tree.
fuck?
Well, I'm saying like, I mean,
That's
I
just a
know
selfish
I
me.
know
I know that.
everybody else would be like all my close friends and family would be sad too, but I know how it is not to have a mom already. So I have to think about the pain that I feel every day of not being able to talk to my mama and see my mama. So I be thinking about how my child gonna feel. Cause ain't nobody gonna do you like your mama. Cause I'm a living witness. Don't nobody do you like my mama.
Girl, look, don't nobody love you like your mama.
Okay.
Don't nobody love you like your parents. Like when you got those parents that come, whether it's in any aspects of your life, they come through for you. It just feel good. It feel good.
The facts.
You can lean on your parents, whether it's just for a ear, money, support, just wisdom. It feels good. Like
Baby, I remember they told me they weren't finna let me come back this one semester at school. Girl, never call up to that school. Gave them people an earful. They sent me an email like, bring your financial aid statement. Tell me
because
what
only
I had to do,
only a
baby.
mama could do that.
They
Only a
did.
parent.
Oh,
I ain't
yeah.
gonna just say mama, because only a parent can get you out of
Only
some
a dare
shit.
because, baby, Deborah done cussed out some of the most wonderfulest folks about her children.
I had to realize master Tasmanian devils, but I'm gonna stick beside a bitch.
Okay. My mom
My
knew
kid was
what type of
fucked
kids
up.
she had. My mama would be like, y'all know how Candace is. I don't know
That's when you just
why
ain't got
y'all
nothing to say
acting
about your
brand
kids. You
new.
be like, look, I tried my best with that one.
Like,
Y'all know how she is.
my mama, I don't know why y'all fucking with that. Yeah, y'all know how she is. Ah, they gonna be so funny.
What
Everybody
else
be
do you
feeling
do
like,
besides put Chase in the forefront of your mind? Like, okay, Chase need me.
I
He's
go
the one
sit in
that
my
really was.
car. I go sit in my car and go spin the block real quick. Cause if I don't, I probably ain't gonna come back saved. I'm trying to
Mm.
maintain my salvation and my walk with the Lord. Cause if I come back and I ain't took no deep breath, my hands start itching. And I
Well,
get like
please don't.
Whitney Houston, I be trying to reach out and touch. Oh, was that
I,
Whitney?
I, who's that? Whitney?
I don't know. Whoever saying
Leave
reach
my
out and
laptop
touch, it
alone.
might have
Go
been
sit
Aretha.
down. But I want you to go sit down.
When you get off live, can I use it? Because your laptop doesn't work.
So, no, you cannot use my phone. Mentally, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that right there. I'm tired of that question right there. Can I use your phone? No. No.
Yeah, but your laptop's not.
Eliza, go sit down. Go on, sit down. and go relax.
Okay, cause
How do you cope with it?
I
What do
ignore
you
it.
what do you do aside from us drinking? Cause baby, you don't know
I
how fast I went to the liquor store yesterday.
I feel like me when I feel like I'm down. I got somebody I talk to sometimes, most of the time. But when I'm feeling like the things that really mentally deep down inside bother me, I don't tell nobody. I might just tell a person what's on the surface, but deep down inside, I have a talk with myself sometimes, and this needs to happen all the time. I just pray and I ask God for guidance and understanding to guide me through whatever I'm going through at the moment. I'm not a person like to write things down because I don't write nothing down. I try to remember it, but I want to get into, writing my emotions and my feelings down. I feel like I don't get into that because I'm a type of person, once I write it down, it's true. It's
Like,
there.
'cause
It's in
it's
my
your
face.
reality. You gotta
It's
face
my
it.
reality. And that ugly truth is scary.
You know
That man
what's
in the
so
mirror is
crazy?
scary.
My daddy was just talking about this with me because he like, you gotta sit down and have a conversation. And because with said person, and he like, you gotta have that conversation. You gotta be like, look, I don't want to have an argument, so I don't want to do that. And the only way I know how to cope with whatever it is I'm going through is isolation. I legit don't know how to do nothing else but close myself off and isolate myself and just be to myself. If I ain't to myself, I might spaz.
That's me too. Me too. I get in my moods where I don't, you know, I was just telling somebody that I hate that people think I'm the funniest person in the world. Sometimes I hate it because when I'm serious,
In a minute.
some people don't understand that I'm really serious. Like I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm really serious. I'm really upset. But since people think I just play the most and I just play so much, I think everything is a joke. That they just sweep whatever I say under the rug. They just, oh, you okay? You funny? You get no, bitch. I don't. And I'm finna jump off this bridge in a second. I will never jump off the bridge, FYI,
It's
because
this is just a form of expression.
just a form of expression. I will never jump off a bridge. But it's like, I go through shit too. I'm not a fucking comedian all day, motherfucker. I get sad like Robert Williams, motherfucker.
Okay. And that be the craziest thing. That's why they always say check on your strong friends, because them be the ones that really be going through it, and we
Hmm.
just make it look like it's good. Like I remember dealing with a said person at the time when my mama passed away, and he was telling somebody like, I ain't even he knows I was calling everybody when it happened, when we had finally said that she was pronounced dead or whatever, gone.
Hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, they said she gone now. Blah, 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 blah. And he was gonna call me when I was making the phone calls, and he was like, "You cool?" Cause I had not cried.
That's the dumbest
I
shit to
had
ask
not
somebody if they
shit.
cool.
But like when people like if you lose your mama, I'm guessing the person expecting for you to be like bawling like in
I
shambles.
told you that. I said, bitch, I cried when you, bitch, I'm crying in my head now. You like, fuck, cause you cry. Cause, bitch, what?
Girl, everybody was like, is you cool?"
I
I'm
think it
like,
wasn't, I
I'm
think you were
cool.
still in shock.
It hadn't been a reality for me yet. The
Right.
reality, as you saw, was at the funeral for me.
Right,
That
right,
was my
right. So,
reality.
yeah, I did, I was really like, I was like really, really concerned. I
I was like
wasn't too
Ezel. I
concerned,
was
but I
walking
was
around like
concerned.
la 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 la.
But I know you. And once you told me that you wasn't getting no sleep and you was up at these times of the hour, I knew it bothered you. You just didn't know that it was bothering you.
No, I didn't. I was just moving like ain't nothing happened. I swear for God.
Hmm.
I was in shock, but I
Hmm.
didn't know that I was in shock. Like my mind, I still had to keep going. I
Right. You
didn't
did.
understand until I seen my reality in a gasket. I was like,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I
Ooh,
mean,
girl,
what?
I'm getting chills right now, girl. I done got chills because baby,
You know,
that was just a day.
that day is so crazy because I be feeling like that's so Raven. I ain't know that shit was for real, like visions and shit like that.
It felt like a
But
blur, or did it feel like you just wasn't there? You was watching from
no, I'm
afar.
saying like now, like now, it replay in my mind me walking up there and me just falling out, like me seeing her like that.
Girl, I'm glad you weren't heavy shit.
I don't know who caught me. I think I caught myself. I
Girl,
don't
we was
know. It was
all
a blur.
walking with you.
Y'all
And I'm,
was? I
yeah,
don't remember none of that.
we walked in there with you, and
I
when we
promise to
all
God,
walked,
I don't
and we
remember
set you
none of that.
down on a, on the bench, and I'm not good with grief. Rob was that thing. Teresa, I'm really
I
not
don't
good
remember
with
none of
grief
that.
because I'm just she. But then the best
It was the
friend kicked
Remy.
in me because I was drunk.
It
You
was the
feel me?
Remy
I'm
because
don't worry, I got her. She
that's a
cool.
blur. I didn't remember none of that.
Yeah, girl, we was like, girl, I ain't gonna even lie, and it's not even to be funny. Your mama friend was one of the best service I ever been to.
Because it was a little ghetto. I
Girl,
had a
I
little
was cracking
time.
the fuck up the whole time. Like,
I had a
this
little
is
time.
because we was all texting. I'm just like, why you got me sitting with
I
these
know
people?
we was. Hey, it was a time.
That was not the time to be talking about what we was talking about, but we was talking
It
about
wasn't,
it.
but it was a time. Get the thing up out of there.
It was
What?
the fact that I asked you at 9 o'clock. Is you ready to go to the liquor store? Like, is that
Did
like a
we
black
went to the liquor store?
girl? We went to the liquor store. That's why I had the little ass Mitsubishi. We was in the car
Girl,
smoking and everything.
child, I don't remember
Girl,
none of
we
it.
was
You
acting
ain't
like
had
we
no
was
Mitsubishi.
pregame.
You had the Jeep, fool.
No, I didn't. I had that little ass
Best
Mitsubishi.
friend. I have the video footage. You had the Jeep. I was out the window.
I didn't have my car at that time.
You did.
Girl, I didn't get my car until April 2021. I was still in
I
rentals.
forgot.
Girl, I got that little
Oh well,
ass
you
Mitsubishi.
had a rental then,
Girl,
but it was like
it was a truck.
I gotta go back to the footage.
It was a truck,
Right.
but it was small. I
Okay. I don't know
remember.
what you want me to do.
I remember because somebody trying to cut us off in traffic, and I cut that bitch off so fast. Bitch, get the fuck on. No, you ain't finna. You
That's
see the
you.
funeral line. Don't do that. Cause I'm trying to get to. Well,
Okay.
I said, you know
We was
what?
real ghetto. I was on live. It was time.
Well, you know what? We sent off the
But
right
you
way.
know what's so crazy is that's why I be telling people like tread lightly because the situation happened with Shakita. Then like we didn't lay her to rest until the end of January. So it was like you still going through all emotions and stuff.
Right,
Then before
January,
her,
then
hold on,
February, and
bro.
2 weeks later, then we finding out. Yeah, that's
Then
just a lot.
it was my uncle first. My uncle passed a month before my mama. So it was my uncle, then my mama. So I'm like, and that was one of my favorite uncles.
Chase Young, you're not gonna go swimming tomorrow.
It was just too. It was like back to back to back, and I'm like, now the Lord playing games with me. And then at the end of the year, it was my own grandma. I'm like, you like, but what's
Like you
going
done really
on?
did your big one.
The big one. Like, why is you? I was questioning what's
It
going
wasn't supposed
on.
to question, but sometimes when you just take them good people that we feel like we're supposed to be with here till forever, it don't
Oh,
feel right.
I can't even front as holy as I call myself to be. I was mad at Jesus. What you mean? My mama was my mama had been stop smoking cigarettes for at least 2 years. She was supposed to be able to get a whole new lung. How all this stuff happening? And she doing everything she supposed to do. But me and Jesus had to
Baby,
have
grief
heart
for
to
how
heart.
you cuff, girl. Grief for how you questioning everybody. How you looking at everybody funny.
We had to have heart to heart because I was mad. I was real mad, and the Lord knew it. He had to get he got me together though, but I was real
Anybody
mad.
will be mad. Anybody, seeing you go through that situation and seeing you go through your transitions, it's still seeing you, go through and power through mentally with, losing your mom and how close you and your mom was. It had made me, I'm not even gonna lie, it made me appreciate my mom a little bit more because,
What?
you know, I was like, wow, what if I was to lose my mom? Like that it just made me like, damn, life is life is short, life is long, but it ain't. We ain't guaranteed to be here tomorrow.
Okay, that's why I'm like,
So I was like, what the fuck?
I after that situation happened, all I can say is I have to keep repeating to myself that whatever situation I get into, like a serious situation, I don't want to bring none of my baggage. I don't want. I got to resolve issues with whoever I got issues with, whatever. Like that's why I really sat down with my therapist and brought my daddy in on the session because I'm like, I only got one parent now. Like for me to have certain type of feelings towards a parent and I only got one now, I need to get this together. Because if I'm gonna be the type of Christian woman that I say I am, the Bible say honor thy mother and thy father. And at that point, I was
I
like,
ain't got
"Who?"
no daddy.
That's how I felt, and I
They say
have.
don't provoke your kids either.
It didn't say that, but I'm just saying.
Well, I ain't got no daddy today. My daddy don't provoke me. My mama don't provoke me. She just said I did all I could with you.
That I did all I could with you.
And the asshole in me, you want to say something back. But they say a disobedient child doesn't live to see his or her days. So I just,
Just walk the green mile, walk the green mile, get right with Jesus.
girl, walk it. And you know what's something mentally that I want to unlearn is saying that I'm okay when I'm not.
That too.
I want to unlearn that. When people say you are like, how you doing? I want to say I ain't doing great, motherfucker. I
But
want to say that.
you want to unlearn it, but then it be like, if I tell you that I'm not okay, like what's
What are you
gonna
gonna?
happen?
What's gonna happen? I just told you that I'm not okay, and now you finna like pry in my business, and now I gotta relive these whatever I'm going through. Like I don't know. I feel like it's good to have a person or two.
Hmm.
Have a safe space where you can be vulnerable with your people and stuff like that. I have a safe space with my friends and people in my personal life outside of my friends. I would say that am I as vulnerable as I should be? No, but I'm
Of
vulnerable
course not.
enough. I'm vulnerable enough to let my friends know that, or let my person know that I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm going through something. Sometimes I'm just being dramatic, but sometimes I really be just going through shit. Like I really just be like, I can't leave my kids here. I can't. I cannot. I just can't. Cause it
That's
ain't gonna
why I
solve
don't think
nothing.
a lot of people be seeing that. Like, when you be a single parent, and it be crazy, because 9 times out of 10, your parents or grandparents, whoever it is that they raised you, then been or had to be a single parent at some point,
Mm-hmm.
and they be like, bruh, food was cheap then. Y'all was doing y'all was doing y'all big one then. But now everything
Cause you had
high.
Auntie Rita, Uncle Fred, and Cousin Pete to help you watch these kids.
Okay,
When you ain't have it,
you had your
your business
village.
wasn't being told all around the family.
It wasn't being told, and folks was folks will watch your kids and one think twice about it. It wouldn't
Okay.
none be said. You wouldn't be considered a bad parent. No, none of
Okay.
that. Because I swear
Not
for
because you
God,
went outside on a weekend. Now I'm a bad parent. What?
gee,
I hate for a person that stayed
this
outside all the time. When I was a kid, to tell me sometimes you just gotta sit down. Is that true?
this was Steve with Becky, and I'm gonna be honest. That shit pissed me off so bad. Like, people don't be understanding when you're doing everything by yourself and you ain't got no help, and people de- decide picking and choosing when they want to do
When they
something for
gonna
your
deal with you?
child
When they gonna do
or when they
something?
gonna deal with your child or whatever the case may be. My blood be getting hot because I
I
still
love
gotta
them.
deal with my child 24/7. I
It
still
is a
do.
choice that I made. Of course, this is a choice that I
And
made to sit
okay,
and
and
have the
the
kid.
little child there, I'm gonna stick
But I
beside him.
didn't choose to be in this shit alone.
It
Whether
ain't
I'm
even
with the
about being
person or
alone.
not.
I just be wanting people to be like, maybe she need a break. And
They feel like we don't need that many breaks.
let
They feel like
me
we
have
need
my
two
little
breaks a year.
moment. Let
They
me
said
have my
we
little
feel like we need
moment.
two breaks, best
They
friend.
they,
Two
they
breaks
feel
a
like we
year.
need one, baby. Because
Your
they be
birthday,
like
that's
that little
it.
one little trip, that's it.
Your birthday is your break. Out of 365 days, a weekend, 2 days is what I need.
I be telling my daddy all the time, I understand now why y'all was crackheads.
Cause bitch,
Even
they ain't
if
have a care
even
in
if
the
it
world.
wasn't because y'all had kids, but when y'all did have kids to cope with it, I kind of understand.
Was that
I
I'm like,
ain't
was it good?
I ain't even mad. Hey, my daddy probably won't want me to. He probably wouldn't care. But I'm gonna tell his story anyway. It had me rolling. He said that he used to look at my uncles now, and they used to be like on the floor high as a kite, and they be they used to be super high, and my daddy be like, I ain't never got that high or whatever. And they used to be like, that's because you ain't hit it right. And he used to be looking at them like they crazy. He said, I used to look at them like, something wrong with them. Like, I know that stuff ain't doing them like that. He said he had one good hit and he was on the floor
Bitch,
with
he was out there like leaning like a cheddar.
I fell out. I was like, what?
Girl, that shit had that one eye open, one eye closed, and mouth just.
Girl, my dad said
He was on the flu.
he said he had hit the floor and he had understood why they was doing the way they was doing.
And I bet he said he don't want that no more. He don't want shit like that no more.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Nah,
somehow it scare
he
you.
kept it going.
I know, but he didn't want to be like to how they was on the floor, leaning on the gate, can't stand up. They do their little one hopping. Ooh, Nisi poo. I ain't so neat.
Yeah, when my dad told me that story, I was hollering.
I
He
don't think I
said,
really got no story because I actually
I used to
witnessed the
think they
shit.
was crazy.
It used to be my mama and her butterfingers for me. I used to be like,
Yeah.
shorty, my grandma finna kill you. You got this butterfinger on her couch. I used to be looking at her ass like this. And you just burnt the hole in her couch. Hey, I'm finna go in the back. I ain't
You
doing
know,
grandma.
you know what's crazy? Out of all the time my mama been high, I've never witnessed it personally. She ain't never came. If she was high, if she got real high, she ain't do it in the crib. We ain't know it.
That's a respectable act.
Yeah, we ain't know it. So
I
I'm
like them.
cool
They
on
got
that.
some
Cause
decency and dignity about themselves.
I had never seen my mama nod.
I feel like people like that really be wanting help and they be ashamed. They know what they doing is wrong. Some people just don't
And
care.
she probably was ashamed because she been there. I want to say my oldest sister, and I hope she don't watch this and be like, "Girl, stop lying on me." But I think she like at least 45. I want to say, but they seen all of that. My mom didn't have us till we was 30. She was 34, 34 and 35. She ain't had me and Chastity until then, and she had got clean around that time. So from 35 all the way up until I was like, she was clean for a good 7, 8, 9 years. Cause I think probably longer than that. But that shit happened with Jeremiah when we was like maybe 9 or 10. That's when she got on drugs, and I think she was like she didn't never want to go back to that point. But dealing with that, and you around your kids selling drugs,
Did your
I,
mama have to braid Jeremiah
I
hair?
yeah, she braided his hair.
Girl, back, baby, I would have. I would have.
You ready to go?
You know what? Go ahead, cause baby, you was a trooper, and that just goes to show you a mother job is never done.
Oh, never,
Cause
never.
imagine the strength that she had to gather to look at my
And that,
baby, a baby that I
and that is
birthed.
why I be like, y'all didn't understand why she had when went back and hit the fight.
I would have been surprised. I would have said you
Cause
strong for not
what?
doing it. Like I'm not making no excuse. I understand. I sympathize, and I definitely understand because that would have
Okay.
sent me like over the edge, having to witness my son and hear and know the things that he went through prior to him
And
expiring and
you
leaving this
gotta
earth.
you gotta know too, cause you ain't come to the funeral, but he
Nah,
didn't
girl, my
look like
grandma would not.
himself.
My grandma did not let me go to the front. She was like,
Yeah.
"Y'all ain't going to no damn funeral." I said, "What? You go."
Yeah, but he didn't look like himself at all. He was he was still swollen from the beating. So his face it didn't look like him at all. So to see your child
Imagine
like
that.
that, something that you birthed and you sitting up there, you gotta braid their hair. She didn't have to, but that's the last interaction you have with your child before you lay him to rest.
She wanted to that because that was this my last time seeing you. And to see him like that, like I saw you come into this world. You ain't look nothing like this. Of course he
It
did,
was just
but to see it was just oh girl, my
that's why
heart
I'm
just.
like, when I got up in age and older, cause I swear to God, I was mad at my mama. I asked her because everybody kept talking about, yeah, yeah, mama,
Your mama on crack rock. Like that shit is fucking
like, I forgot. Everybody was saying it, so I went to my mama and I asked her, "Is you doing drugs?" And I swear to God, I remember like yesterday that lady said, "I smoke cigarettes and cigarettes is a drug." So yeah, girl, to this day,
girl,
and
that's a
and it's crazy.
Gemini,
It
huh?
made me so mad because I went in her pocket and I found the pipe myself. So I was like,
You
now she
lied
gonna
to
lie.
me.
She gonna lie to me in front of
She didn't
my face.
lie. She didn't lie. She did not lie.
She
She
lied.
told you the half
She
truth.
she lied because she knew exactly what I was talking about.
But how could you say yeah to your child? How can I say
You
yeah?
could have
What if
told me, yeah. You know your child. You know, if couldn't nobody handle it, I would have been able to handle it. I probably would have tried to come up with some solutions because that's just who I am. But and
but it's not
I
your
probably could
place
have been.
as a
It
child.
wasn't, but I could have been the one that she seen and been like, I want to help. I want to get some help because my child seeing me like this. She asked a question. She want to know what's going on. I know now is the time that I need to get some help.
Maybe she did say that in the end, her kids, not child, her kids overall, her overall health. Like I want to be able to, raise my grandkids and see my kids grow. I'm grateful that, my mom has overcame her troubles and things like that because that's just something that I just couldn't fathom. But once the more I talk to my mom and the more I dig into her past and see the things that she's been through, that she's experienced, I sympathize with my mom a lot. Like I just, like damn, mom, you went through a lot at an early age, at a young age, things that you should have probably never went through that you went through that probably led you down the road that it led you down. And at times I
Hmm.
didn't, I didn't, I was embarrassed. I didn't want my mama around. Like, girl, please don't come around
Girl,
and please get the fuck
um,
on.
imagine being on the school bus and your daddy outside, and you like probably 5 or 6 years old, and you like, "Daddy," and then your brothers turn to you and be like, "Your daddy a crackhead."
My
Girl,
siblings just used to say that.
that's how my siblings used to be because we all used to ride the bus together, going to school, and me and Chassie would be excited like, "Look at my daddy," and then Grandma would be like, "Y'all did crackhead."
Oh, where your fucking daddy at?
I mean, If he watching this, may his dearly soul rest in peace.
I'm just saying that would have been my thought process as a kid because I was malicious.
We was little. I ain't think about that, and I didn't even know what a crackhead was. I was just happy to see my daddy.
Right, because why you handling my daddy business? Do you want him to be your daddy?
Okay, he probably did.
I bet at least my daddy here.
See, I wasn't
Sorry, Ray.
that malicious at the time, so
You
I didn't
weren't
even.
evil back then.
Nah,
Evil.
nah,
I'm great again. I'm
I'll be
grateful.
like,
Excellent. Excellent. You know what's so crazy? Growing up, I feel like the things mentally that I go through now, or the things that I can't really cope with. Sometimes I don't know how to deal with adversity. I look back on things and I wonder if my life was a little bit different and I was raised a little bit differently, would I be able to cope with certain things? Not saying that I can't. Sometimes it'd be hard for me to cope with certain things because I don't know how to navigate through it. And I
yeah,
just
you and
think,
Chastity just alike.
yeah, I be so dramatic sometimes. And I know it don't even be that serious, but to me, it's that serious. Like I don't have an in between. And I tell people this, I don't have an in between. I'm either here or I'm here. I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
mild, section. I don't believe in a gray area with anything in my. It's no gray area. It's either left or right, up or down, nothing in between. Because there's nothing in between. It's just up or down, left or right.
I don't think I
So
got no in between either. It's either up or down with me, but it takes me a long time to get to that up. And when it's up, it be stuck.
yes, when I'm up, I'm stuck. But bitch, when I'm down and it's close to my period, oh baby, I feel like I could just go ahead and just, you know what?
So you gotta stick that church finger in there and be like,
Okay, because you know what? Your thoughts will get the best of you. And
because
I
I
have to
swear to
remember,
God, we gonna keep it jiggy on here. Well, I've told this story before when I first did my first episode on What's Your Becky, the audio. I told a story about how I tried to take myself out. At that point, I didn't think about my child. I did. I was trying, and it was in the beginning stages of me losing my mama. And I was like, oh yeah, I got me fudged up. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to take this medicine. But for some reason, it was the reason why I'm supposed to be here. A
because
couple of
girl, don't
times after
fucking
that,
play
I
with
cried.
me.
I'm dead serious.
I ain't saying you ain't serious, but girl, we would have had like a
That's the
real
truth. Y'all would
powwow,
just been
like,
mad at me. Because
because
I
I
was
would
like,
have
you
been
know what?
highly the fuck upset.
I,
Not because
I,
you
I
did it, because I would have felt like a
Cause
bad friend.
who you gonna talk? It ain't even got nothing to do with you.
It
And I
wouldn't have
understand.
had
You
nothing to
know
do
what's
with
crazy?
me.
I understand because of the situation that just happened. I'd be like, why you could have called anybody? You could have called me. I don't care who you call. You could have called somebody. I understand where you're coming from a friend point. Because when that
Because
happened,
I
I was
would have
like,
been left with so many unanswered questions of like, damn, best friend,
what
we've been
shoulda, coulda,
friends since
woulda.
we've been friends since we was J had to aggress. I be like, bitch, if you can't talk to nobody else, I know you can talk to me or whatever the case. Or I feel like you could talk to me. So I would have been like, hypothetically speaking, I would have been like really crushed for so many reasons and for selfish reasons as well, too. I would have just really just I don't know how I would have felt. I probably would have felt lost for a long time or confused or angry or whatever I would have felt. I feel like I would have questioned our friendship, not in
Sis,
a
I
bad way,
rock your world.
question,
I swear for God.
oh Jesus. And not the way you think.
Rock.
Your mom needs help, Jay.
Uh, I
Keep
don't
it
know
from that
why
crack.
I began real testy and my fingers get to
Girl.
and I be trying to find the closest thing next to me.
Robbing my grandma threw a lamp a wax candle. That motherfucker was blue, bitch. It was right across my
Girl,
head.
my grandma can go to jail right now if I tell y'all the story.
Let's see
She'll
us
be
as she's
she'll be
too open.
locked up. It take my queen to say something because it be so funny. That's a shame. Kids be knowing they be sad.
And this is the one that's gonna take care of me.
Hey, I only got one, and he better do right by me.
That one in there gonna say, put our old ass in the nursing home. I'll kick his ass.
That one right there. That's the only one I got. He supposed to take care of me. That's all I got. Whew.
I mean, I was in therapy. You know what's so crazy? This how I know that I need to go to a therapist that I'm comfortable with because I know all the things to say to not get me committed into an asylum. I would censor the fuck out my emotions just so you don't commit me to Hargrove.
Admit you.
Yes, admit me to the psych ward.
Mm.
Put me in a straight dragon. I'm like, I ain't even crazy, but if I say what I'm thinking, am I crazy?
But you know what's so
Will you
funny?
take my kids from me?
They wouldn't. They still wouldn't because I swear for God, they be knowing.
I don't trust them, especially them.
You don't want me to say what I wish.
Girl, because I had told the motherfucker today what they had. They had told me they wish they ain't had no sister. I said, you know what?
Girl, he said he wish he had a mama that would feed him. You got food in this oven right here and you talking crap.
That's the girl. Elijah and them had told me, girl, one day, and when I tell you, I stopped the car so fast because I hate when they do that. What are we gonna eat today? Are we gonna eat, bitch? When I tell you, motherfucker. So you act like you don't eat? I don't feel like I spend so much money on feeding you, big motherfucker. That
Wow.
you big. You ain't big because you eat watermelon. Girl, oh, kid, I hate a kid that acts like they starving.
Girl.
It just does something to me mentally. Don't act like you starving, cause
Cause before we left the restaurant, I said, do you want a taco? He
he
said
only got
no.
something to drink, right?
He
The
yeah,
mango drink.
he only got something to drink, but he came home and ate my tostada.
Is that the shit that's hard? No, chill and talk.
Yeah.
The time I got one of those, I came back.
But
I said
because
my
all
car
the
was
meat was
on.
on top of it, it got a little soggy, but it still had that nice little crunch to it. Girl, he tore that thing up.
Rub
I'm
some
like,
fingers. What's that shit called? Rub your finger do some can. I don't know why I just had that in my like. That's like the ADHD in me kicking in. I'm a little slow, but
no, slow, you be tired and then ADHD kicks in.
yeah, I'll be just seeing all type of random ass shit. Like it don't even make no sense. Like,
You know what?
do you feel mentally that in a relationship? Do you feel that is like is it okay to be 100% vulnerable with your partner when it comes to like your mental health, or do you feel like
I think that you should definitely. That's why I made that post. Vulnerability should not be uncomfortable. Like
what made it
if
uncomfortable?
you dealing with certain people, for me, I could say like people be thinking that oh, cause you go to church, them church girls be the freakiest. I'd be like, bruh, I'm far from it. If only you knew.
Just because
But
your daddy got to be a preacher.
he ain't my dear. Well, he a minister now.
He a minister now, but growing up, if he was a preacher and your mama was the first lady, girl, you would have 5 kids.
No, I wasn't. But I'm just saying. Never mind. I almost said something.
Oh God,
Told
let's just
on
move
myself.
on to the next subject.
Tupac. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you
I
know.
ain't no killer, but no pusher.
But nah, they be feeling like, oh, when you tell people you go to church, they be feeling like she is the freakiest thing ever. And I be like, you don't even know me like that, dog. Like, I'm the type of person that come over your house and sit at the edge of the bed. Cause
And
I'm
she
not
really
gonna do
is.
none of the stuff that I said in them text messages. I
I
just
hate
thought
a
it was
nigga like
cute.
that. Do everything you said in text message. Okay, we're
Mhm.
not gonna get on that subject, but keep going.
It be mean. Yeah, but I feel like you gotta be in a state where you comfortable with a person. Cause I
How do
ain't
you
gonna
know when you're
lie,
comfortable with a person
that
to tell
I
them
ain't
those
gonna.
things?
Cause when like if I like you and I could be able to talk to you like this I hate to refer back to that nigga, but Sean definitely did, and I dropped name dropped. Don't nobody know that nigga but us.
Little short midget.
Then he gave me a lot of game in that little short period of time that we was talking, and I was going to therapy on top of that, but I was telling him this is a trigger for me as far as sexually. Like if you move a certain way and you be asking and you don't allow me to be like, okay, this is something that I want to do versus you trying to force it on
Forced me
me,
to do it.
I'm not gonna want to do it. If the quicker you ask me, the quicker I'm gonna be uncomfortable with it. I'm like, you gotta let me, cause if you do what you need to do,
I don't come to dogs. Dogs come to me.
if you do what you do,
I'm gonna do what I do.
I'm a snap. You gonna
Eventually.
be like,
That's how I feel. If you do what you do, and I like you enough, and I really really like you, I'm gonna do no because it's a 1, 2, 3 step. It's a level one, a level two, a level three. I only reached the level three like one person. The level one, I cool. Level two, whatever. But that level three, I'm just bitch. I'm open like a can of biscuits.
I've never been that. Uh, I'm lying. I was like that with one person, and I don't know why.
I'm just something about it.
I don't know why. I probably
Mm.
do, cause he wasn't like let me get he wasn't let me get over no head. He wasn't on that, and I was
You ain't ask. I'm gonna get it to you. You gotta ask me something because I forget.
not that he gave you some good time for you to forget you was supposed to
You
return the
can't.
favor.
Latrice, Latrice, when I tell you, like,
I'm screaming.
I be forgetting, like, oh, I
I,
gotta do that next.
I act like I forgot, but I'll be forgetting.
I be forgetting for real because, shit, I'm sad now.
Okay, you hold me out.
It's like it's like the consistency for me is a problem sometimes. Being consistent, because I can do it for 1 week and bitch, you would swear I was a magician. The next week, I'm not even Houdini. I'm a fake. I gotta go to the magic store. You got me at the magic store. I don't know Trick.
He don't even be like that. Like with Sean, it was like he was pushing the issue on me. So I'm like, I don't want to do it because now I feel like you expect. I'm not a dominant person at all. Like I'm gonna talk my talk, but I'm not the dominant person at all. I like to be
You a pillow
submissive.
princess.
Not even that. I just like to be submissive. I want to be told what to do.
Okay, that's another top for another subject. Back to mental health. That's a mental health
I'm
issue.
saying mentally, like though it be a trigger for me. Like with the vulnerability thing, I had told him why that sexual situation why it was a trigger for me, and he told me you should have already got past that already, huh? So now I don't want to do it at all
Cause
because
you
I'm
you
telling
being
you
you
my
dismissing
trigger,
my
and
feelings.
I'm telling you what's gonna make me comfortable enough to be able to be like, this is something that I just openly want to do without you asking me.
Nah, bitch, I'm gonna go bust his house window.
I ain't gotta do that because if push came to shove, I'd be right back there. If opportunity presented itself,
Hey, you know
I ain't
what
gonna
how I
lie.
feel when it comes to cutting these niggas off.
I, eh, I cut them off, but
There be
if
that.
opportunity presented itself,
Candace,
mm,
you gonna delete this live or edit that last part out?
mm,
No? Oh, okay.
nope. People don't never watch past the hour.
Bitch, I watch past 15 minutes, bitch. No.
When people watch,
Some people tune in, they come in late, like at the late.
that's fine. If you come in later, you catch what I said. I said what I said.
She did not mean that. Mentally, she's just not in a good
No,
space
I said
for
what I
me.
said. I felt like that was the right person at the wrong time.
That's so interesting. You say that. I felt that. I felt like you always say you meet three people in your life. You meet your soulmate and you meet your life partner.
I wouldn't say he was
I
my
wouldn't say
soulmate.
he.
He was
I wouldn't say that.
definitely
I was
was a
just
life
saying.
partner, cause for sure he put me on a couple on some game that I can't wait to utilize.
I feel like I feel like the next person I meet is gonna be the person I just do life with.
Yeah, I got two people that I'm ready to settle down with. I'm just waiting to
I
see
met
who
my
act right.
soulmate already.
Um, what their name start with?
But it don't start with an E.
Huh?
It don't start with an E.
I wouldn't. Maybe I would hope not. Is it the first letter of the alphabet?
Well, it depends on the day that I'm calling you.
Dang, ain't got nothing else.
That's a damn shame.
I only had 3 cups.
I only had the whole bottle.
Nope, not me.
I'm talking
But I'm
about
gonna
you,
stop.
motherfucker, not me. I'm talking about you.
My bottle's still in the refrigerator. I ain't know if I drink the whole bottle, baby. Hmm.
Maybe
Just
they not
watch.
my soulmate.
Just
Maybe they
watch
my
my
life
location.
partner, and I need to meet my soulmate.
Who?
Maybe they was a person. No, because I feel like no, I don't know. I feel like they was the person. They was my person, just in the wrong aspect of life. Like it's just the wrong time. Just like no.
I told you that though.
I just feel like that person was somebody that I could have saw. You know, like they get me. They understand me. They allow me to just be me, and they know when I'm being me and when not to just take me serious. They just be like, ah, your ass tweaking. They just let me, ramp on. They don't get mad, and they just let me be. And I just be
I
like,
told you that.
why you not doing
I
that
really
before?
wish I kind of be wishing for you that circumstances was different because I feel like that's your person.
And you know what's so crazy? When I say that I feel like that's my person, I be wondering, do they feel the same? Because how the actions or
Hell
whatever
yeah.
we go through, the things that we talk about, behind closed doors, knowing him on a more intimate and personal level. I just be like, in a perfect world, in a perfect world, but it is what it is. I told him you should have took my panties off quicker last when we first was trying to do this, but you didn't get them off, so you ain't getting them. That was so long ago. That's why I had kids. That's okay. I used to mess with them then, but not like them in LA. They was ugly. They kind of still is, but that's not ugly. That's
That's
not
all
cool.
about I knew it ugly nigga.
He ain't
I
ugly,
don't know.
ugly. He just
I feel
sometimes when I
like
squint my eyes like this, I'm like,
I feel like the person that's my man, but ain't my man, but he is my man, and if I catch him with somebody, I'm slap shit out of him. But right now, I feel like they got a lot going on that they got to deal with because it's so funny that we both is spiritual people, so we connect on a whole totally different
that's a
level.
good level to connect on. Like somebody that's
It is,
spiritually.
but when you going through something spiritually, that stuff be. I swear to God, the
Maybe
a
they
few
did. He wasn't lying.
a few nights ago, huh? That was just something to do.
No, because like maybe they was on a psychotic break too, but maybe they was really going through something like spiritually that I couldn't understand because I really couldn't understand because I was like, wow, it's so intense. But continue.
But yeah, I feel like they going through something like spiritually right now, and it's like when you grow up in the church and stuff like that, and you know what you're supposed to be doing, how you
I'm
supposed
gonna
to be
put my phone
walking,
down,
talking,
best
and
friend,
moving,
before I
and
tell you
all
lies
that.
in the bed.
Alright, and you know how
Okay.
you supposed to be moving and stuff like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
so funny because my daddy was like, "You being a person that go to church," he was telling me how he's like, "I always like Polly Ball and Courtney as friends for you because I feel like they good people for you." And I'm like, I want to tell
Mm-hmm.
my daddy, you don't even know them hoes. Why me? You finna say that?
I knew
But
your daddy loved me when he gave me a nickname. Baby,
yeah,
please.
he was like them like my goddaughters. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
y'all been friends for so long, and now to watch y'all grow up. Them my daughters.
But remember we lied when your daddy gave you that bite and we said, girl, we got the tire on flame, girl. We lied to your grandma
It's and
and
said that he got
everything.
hit by M80.
Girl, bitch, I'll never forget y'all come and looked at us like, what? Girl, come on.
But no. Like, but when you grow up and stuff like that, and people see you in a certain light like that, and they be like, "Oh, she the Christian
Mm-hmm.
friend." And that's how I feel like with him. He grew up in the church and have been in the church and playing the drums all his life. That he's fighting his battle right
Mm-hmm.
now, and I be feeling like
Baby,
I
come back.
gotta fall. I gotta fall back because
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of stuff I got going on. I can't tend to you and your spiritual warfare, and I'm sitting over here like, if I
Ooh.
start doing a lot of the things that I'm doing and walk how I'm supposed to be walking,
Mm.
baby, I probably don't even mess with you in real life.
So that's Candace. Oh, Latrice.
Oh,
Girl, when I tell you what you just said, just really put something on
it
my
was some
mind
confirmation.
because I'm not the most spiritualist, religionist person ever, but I do know right from wrong when it comes to certain things. And I promise you, I feel like when I'm ready to walk this walk, my person will not be my person no more. That was my person in the world. And that's so scary because I want them to be my person in my spiritual world, but they can't come. I just know they can't come on that journey with me. They can't. They
And
not.
you know what's so funny is that um that be our test.
Woo, girl, and I'm feeling miserably.
Girl, okay, I'm definitely failing miserably. But I ain't gonna even find my move. I feel like if I bring said person to church with me, well, I feel like it's gonna happen, but they're gonna get what they need if they come to my church.
Baby. Hmm.
I promise you, because they already like spiritually emotional in the state. They in the state where they are like going through all these emotions spiritually. So once they get to the church, and I know how my pastor is and how the Lord speaks to him. When he tapped in with him, everything he been trying to hold in gonna come out right there.
Everything gonna make sense.
It is. I really feel like they gonna feel a lot better after they come to church with me. So it probably happened in the next couple of weeks. But yeah,
Yeah,
we gonna see how that
that's
go.
oh, did you see my booty cheek? Oh Lord.
I wasn't even looking. I was looking up at the Lord.
Well, I was just making sure that you did because I don't want to see my cheeks
Oh,
on the
I
screen.
wasn't even being no never mind.
But it's just crazy that you say that mentally. Like I know, girl. If I was Jehovah Whitney, we'd be in the world right now. He's a
That's,
world.
that's why I was telling my daddy because he was like, you know, with his situation when he used to be out there in the world smoking that crack with his friends.
I just damn it.
Chucky hate when I say that, but he's like, right? You ain't got to feel like that. Girl, your daddy wasn't that good. But when he was out there in the world, he was telling me like, you know, I knew once I got in the church that I couldn't hang with certain friends, and he was like that he want our pastor to gravitate more towards young people because we have to deal with lot more stuff socially as far as us trying to walk right with God and still trying to
Man,
maintain friendships and stuff. And I was like, my friends know me. They know I be the saved one. So when I say I'm gonna start drinking hard liquor, they be like, okay.
Okay, girl. I'll drink for you.
I'm like, man, it don't be no judgment there. So like, it's not hard for me to be like, oh, I gotta stop hanging with my friends because they still doing this stuff. I'm like, my friends ain't like that. I don't got
I
friends that's gonna be
definitely.
like, ugh, she the holy
Yo, hold
friend,
your that art ass in that long ass dress, girl. Go to church. And
and
nobody
I
gonna do
ain't
all
gonna be
that
the
because we
person
too
that be
old for that.
like,
I feel like we
y'all
grew up
gonna
in a
be
certain
drinking.
way. We grew up a certain way. Far as like my grandma was the person that that went to church and went to like she did that shit.
Because
And
we had older parents,
yeah,
grandparents.
we definitely had older grandparents that believe spiritually in a higher power. So there's no judgment. When if one of my friends came to me today and said, you know what, I'm ready to turn my life around. I don't want to party no more. I might fuck around and say, shit, come on, take me with you. Cause you know what, I've been feeling the same.
That's funny that you said that.
But don't
Cause
say
my
that right
dad,
now. Say it
my
after November.
I ain't, baby. Look, I'm probably waiting on November too. But my daddy was saying the same thing. He was like, your friends might see you as a light. Cause Courtney was when I brought her to church with me, and she was like, before she came to church with me, she was telling me like, I just love how you are spiritually and stuff like that. And she was like, you be going to church and da 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 da, and you be open with your relationship with God and stuff like that. And she was like, that's something that I long for. So I'm like, come to church with me. And she got prayed for and all that. And she was like, I just feel so light. I want to say, all right, Jesus. Not your just
I
walking
now
on
we
water.
got us one.
Yeah, that was my pastor
We
them
got us
thought
one.
they had someone. They were trying to recruit
It's
people.
good to have those set of friends. Like I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a friend that knew how to pray.
Yeah, because I'll be praying for us. I'm like,
Like
all right,
I
now,
wouldn't know
Jesus.
what
Now,
to do. Like
me
if
and
all
my
my friends
crew,
was just
we, we,
dumb
we,
ditzy and
we,
didn't know shit, baby. Because I tell my fuck if I don't do nothing else and I need some prayer, Latrice, please pray for me. Because baby, you God, you probably one of His ones and twos. You right there.
yeah,
He gonna
not
listen
y'all
because
think I'm Jesus.
you right there with him. You know what
He's
to
like,
say. Because you know
you a
what?
little bit closer to me. He might listen to you.
Okay, you right there at the gate at the door. I'm just like a couple feet behind, so you can holler. You
I'm
can
like,
whisper right in his
look,
ear.
you can
Thank
talk
you.
to Jesus and plead my little case.
Be
Now,
my
look,
lawyer
Jesus.
to God.
This you know Jesus better than I know. You know. Let her
You know
in,
what to
Jesus.
say to get me
Let
in.
her let her spend the night.
Mom said if you spend the night, you gotta go to church in the morning. Well, you know what? Can you pack my church clothes? I'm ready to go to church in the morning. I got church in the morning.
Don't sing that because I'm not glad my AirPods in because Chase be singing that.
Ain't wrong. Ain't wrong.
If he
These
hear, he gonna
kids
break.
don't
He
know
gonna break
gospel
out in
songs.
song. Who,
These kids,
girl?
not kids like Chase. I'm talking about old teenagers, like something they don't know. Like they like, who is
I
that?
don't know.
Like the fact they remix some of these church songs, like
That's the
is
only way they know it.
that's the only. I'm
Never,
like
never,
never, never.
never.
Cause girl, when I hear a song, I'll be like, is that the song or is that the song?
Okay, I was like, now y'all know y'all wrong because I just had to hear the little eh, eh, eh. I'm like,
I wasn't gyrating too hard. I just did a little shimmy. Mm-mm. Still
mm-mm.
sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I be feeling like mentally though, just to get back on the topic because I feel like we kind of
Cause
strayed
girl,
a
the
little bit.
ADHD didn't kick us in between both of us,
Okay.
and we both get sidetracked.
We tired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But back on that, I feel like we need to be uplifting. Like after I got the phone, I don't know, for some reason, the conversation with Megan was just like, damn. I mean, I feel like I'm a good friend, but I felt like I just needed to be a little bit better. Like I felt like my daddy when he said I need to be in y'all business. I was like I need to be in my motherfucking friend's business. Cause why? Huh? You going through what? Why you ain't calm? We could have prayed.
Get a prayer, girl. Get a
We
prayer
could have
line going.
prayed.
Get a prayer line going.
That shit had me like, wow.
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. You just like really when you got those stubborn friends that don't want to. You just gotta really get in their
Like me.
motherfucking face.
like me and like you, cause you a little you stubborn too.
I
But
am because I don't want my
we've been
friends to
friends
worry about me.
for so right because we've been friends for so long, I be knowing like she'll tell me if it's on really the she really needs to get off her chest. She'll tell me, but
I'm
in
gonna
due
eventually tell
time,
you one way or the other
right?
whether
That's what
I.
I'm like. In due time, she'll tell me. But if it's something really, well, I got to take my glasses off and be like, nah, hold on.
Girl, when you mention glasses, I just think about the time you left your glasses and you swore up and down them one of your glasses.
Mm, that's because they was real dirty.
Bitch, and you couldn't
Them
really see.
them kids probably did the 8 pound stomp on my glasses.
Girl, my kids ain't did shit to your
I
glass.
ain't talking about your ones.
Oh,
I'm just saying, cause Chase was there too. I'm just
oh yeah,
saying
you
they
said
probably
that.
8 pound stomped on my glasses. That's why they looked so dirty. And I was like, these ain't mad. Can't be.
Girl, eyes hurt like a motherfucker. I said, I know damn well I don't wear glasses. Ain't nobody
Yes. Yes.
show grace.
Yes,
I gotta
yes.
apologize to my kids because mommy was being a real bitch today, and it was because mommy is hormonal.
Yeah, you was.
Go ahead, me fuck up.
Cause I heard, I was like, oh, she gonna tell him, let me hang up. I was telling the girl that way, I don't want to be an accessory. I'ma just hang up.
Girl, I walk, girl. I be walk, girl. That's another day, another topic for another day, cause I want to touch on parenting too again.
I mean, I really want a male co-host that got kids. Can you see if
No,
Chad Taylor
not as
wants
far as
to?
like co-parenting, like
No, no,
different
no. I ain't saying
parenting styles.
co-parenting, but I want to hear from a single parent, a single man's point of view. A nigga that get their kids.
Right. Not saying you get your kids every blue moon. We need you to get your
Yeah,
kids.
I
You
need a
call
nigga
them every
that's
day. You
consistent.
get
They
them
get
every.
their kids. So
You
yeah,
know what size shoe your kids wear?
okay. He was off a little bit, and I was off too. Cause when I got that shoe, it was too big.
Girl, I'm off with Eliza. I got her a
But
size
honestly, it
12.
depends on the shoe if they run small or not. Cause I bet the Air Max he got he could fit that 3. He definitely wasn't gonna fit no one of no Air Max.
Chase is 6.
Yeah, he's 6.
Girl, the fact that Chase is in a size 3 and Eliza's in a size 12C.
Yeah, that's cause she little anyway though.
Girl, but
She gonna
Eliza's
be
in a size 5.5.
Eliza get the from her daddy and Elijah get that
Girl,
from
me
y'all.
and Elijah wear the same size shoe.
Yeah, you and your son.
The big feet monsters. But his mom feet is little and my grandma feet is little
That's
too.
why I said she get that probably from their side. Because you, Vontae, but y'all tall.
I don't want my
Y'all
baby to be a munchkin. I don't.
chicken mama gonna be little. I knew when she was a baby she was gonna be little. And yeah, I thought Elijah was gonna be little.
Girl, I thought that motherfucker was gonna be short. I was gonna be real distraught. I had a short ass son. Cause son, what I'm gonna do with that?
Oh, he was gonna be a little nigga. He fooled us.
I thought he was gonna be. Well, I didn't never think that Elijah was gonna be little far as weight wise. Cause he was always
Girl,
husky.
he was little when you
He
had
was
him. He
little
was
when he was.
little.
Bitch, the fact you got me saying little. He was little when he was a baby, of course. But when he got like to like 1 and
Girl, Chase
2,
went there with him.
no, because Elijah was born early.
Shit, Chase was born a day late, a dollar short.
Bitch, Elijah was born a month, a month and 2 weeks early.
And he was real little. I was like,
Every time I see that picture of you and him, and the damn head was too big. I said, how the fuck the head was too big for my baby? And then he had that little stuff in his eyes, like he still had like the jaundices in his eyes. And I used to have to put the cream in his eyes, and I used to have to like rub right here to get like rub it. Girl, I used to just be like going through so much with this motherfucker, and he give me such a hard time. And nigga, you almost didn't make it. Well, you made it, but still.
girl, that's how I be feeling with Chase. Like, nigga, shut up, dookie mouth.
Girl, why I knew you was finna say that, and I was finna say it right behind if you didn't.
You be
You talking
talking.
shit.
That's why he talk all that shit now. Still on his lip.
I'm gonna every time he get me, I'm gonna hit his lip. Shut up.
He ain't gonna know what it mean. I can't wait till he get older so I can tell him the story.
So when he had kids and his kids do it, like, don't worry about it, baby. Your daddy did that too.
Your daddy was a dookie lip dude too.
He was Dookie Lips. That's nasty. I'm glad he okay.
Oh,
Like, you know you fuck up. You ate your own shit.
you was greedy from the start. I should have knew then she was gonna be obese.
I'm not going that far. It's because Chase needs to
He,
have a
he
growth
ain't
spurt.
obese. He's stuck. He's stocky though.
He need to have like a
He
one little
he
growth
growing
spurt.
out of it because when I looked at his other pictures from when he was like 3 years old to now, and it's probably because he got a little bit more height now, but I was like, damn, he had a little. He looked like a Mr. Potato Head. I looked at that one picture. I was like, damn, son, you was healthy.
Hey,
I mean, he still is, but I'm like, damn,
I'm saying not wrong with him being healthy.
he was all cheap.
Oh, jeez, you so irritating.
You seen that picture you sent?
Huh?
That picture you sent one, and I realized that had we was at your house for Chicken Mama. It was Chicken Mama's birthday. That picture that you sent me
Girl, we
with him in
went
that
out at
diaper.
my house. Girl, we was in the park
No, but we
at
had came
Garfield
back to your
Park.
house.
Which
We
one?
had
The
came
picture
back
that
to
you
your
just
house.
shared?
No, remember? No, the picture you sent of Chase in a diaper
Oh yeah.
at your house. Yeah, that was because we was out there for Chicken Mama. Because it came up in my memories, and I was like, "Oh, this what we was out here for." Damn, I burned his pizza. Bitch, let's get off here.
Girl, you started talking around. Well, I see tomorrow. Oh, you need to call Teresa. She never responded in the messages. No,
I
she don't look
know,
at her phone.
I know.
Call her. All right, little mom.
Yeah.
Bye.